The Tempest by William Shakespeare. Part 3. Down in the jungle, King Alonso and the courtiers have given up hope of finding Ferdinand. Most of them are moping. Antonio and Sebastian are plotting murder again. Big surprise. Prospero walks, invisible, among them, then nods to Ariel. Immediately, wild animals roar and crash through the trees. The courtiers panic and run about. More terrible noises. Then silence. Before they have time to recover, Prospero clicks his fingers, and a massive banquet appears. Tables piled high with everyone's favorite food. The starving courtiers rush to the tables, but then whoosh! Ariel appears like a terrible monster and flies all around them. Then he waves his giant wings over the meal, and it disappears. "Oh dear, I am enjoying this," says Prospero, as the courtiers run everywhere, shrieking in terror. Finally, Ariel floats above Alonso, Antonio, and Sebastian and tells them they are being punished by the gods for all the terrible things they have done. In horror, the three of them run off into the jungle. "Very nicely done," says Prospero. "Who's next?" "The drunks," says Ariel. And with a whiz, the magician and his assistants disappear, only to reappear by the cave, just in time to catch Caliban, Trinculo, and Stefano. Then nicking Prospero's spare magician's clothes and heading off with big sticks to kill him. "Do your stuff, Ariel," says Prospero. So Ariel conjures up a pack of demon dogs and chases them away into the jungle too. Alone now, Prospero sits and shakes his head. "Human beings, leave them alone on an island for a day and look what they get up to," he thinks. But should he punish them, or have they learned their lesson? Is it time to forget all this magician nonsense? Is it time to forgive and forget? Prospero looks far out to sea and ponders these questions. But the answer doesn't lie out at sea. It lies within himself. Prospero sits in his invisibility cloak and watches the miserable courtiers huddled together, weeping under a tree. No matter how evil they once were, it seems they genuinely have repented. He decides he must forgive them. He summons Ariel, tells him to find Caliban and the drunks, and bring them to the beach. Next, he must go to the ship and release all the sailors from their spell. "Will I then be free?" asks Ariel. "Very soon, dear spirit," says Prospero. "Very soon." With a joyful whoosh, Ariel's gone. A crack of lightning, and he steps forward. No longer Prospero the magician, but once again Prospero, Duke of Milan. The courtiers are amazed to see him. Alonso begs his forgiveness, which is given. "If only my dear son Ferdinand were still alive," says Alonso. At which point, arm in arm, Ferdinand and Miranda emerge onto the beach. "And they're not just alive," says Prospero. "They have my permission to marry too." Well, as you can expect, there are all kinds of hugs and kisses and explanations. Now, Caliban, Trinculo, and Stefano appear. miserable, hungover, and finally round the point and heading for the beach comes the lost ship. Its crew fit and healthy, and the sails looking better even than when they left the port. "Nicely done, Ariel," says Prospero. "Nicely done." "Is that all, master? Am I?" says Ariel. "Yes, Ariel. You are free. Your work is over, and so is mine. It is time for me, time for us all to return to our old lives and make them new," says Prospero. The ship's boats pull up on the shore, and the castaways climb aboard. Caliban, now free just like Ariel, scratches his head and waves them off. Soon the ship is ready to leave. The anchors are pulled aboard. The wind fills the sails, and the island with no name grows smaller on the horizon. They are going home. Thank you for watching. This is the end of the story. If you like this story, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. See you again.